we begin?
Hello and welcome to On the Patio with Mr. D. Hey, today we're going to talk about something to do with the e-biking that I'm doing during my off season here. I don't kayak during the summertime. It gets too ungodly hot and that sun bouncing off the lake cooks me. So what I do is I shut down from June to October, and I needed something to do. And I decided on getting involved in e-biking so I can get some exercise, get out there and play. And at 15 miles an hour, 10, 15 miles an hour, the wind generated from the ride keeps me dry because the humidity here is crazy. So anyway, I've been learning a lot from commenters and other YouTube channels about the e-biking sport. And right now I've got 56 miles on my new e-bike. I've been out like 3 times. And I'm really pleased with that. But I have found out that there is a couple essential items that you definitely need, and it has to do with your tires. If your tire goes flat and you're on a trail somewhere, you're in trouble. And you need to get that fixed, repaired, and get you back on the road as fast as possible. And one of the things I tried to do was to stay economically on the lower end scale to do with things like pumps and stuff like that. So I bought this compressor, little portable compressor, rechargeable, and it was a red flower. And it worked the first time and it died the second time. So I said, Dale, you can't be playing around with stuff that you've got to have to trust when you're out there. And if you get in trouble with a flat or something like that, you need to be able to depend on that particular hardware or item. Now there's 3 essential things you need out there in your bag, guys, and I've learned this very quickly. One of them is a tire patch kit. This is not a super necessity, but I'd recommend it anyway, is a tire gauge, and most importantly is a dependable rechargeable air pump. Now we're going to be talking about the Airmoto pump today, and I used it yesterday just to test it out because I haven't done anything with it. I let some of the air out of my bike tire. I wanted to see how this thing performed. I couldn't believe how quiet it was. But we're going to get into this box here right now. I normally don't do unboxing, but this is really put together well. So we're going to get started on that, and we'll be back in a minute. So what we're going to talk about this morning, guys, is the Airmoto Smart Air Pump. Now this thing is really cool. It comes really well packaged. I don't normally talk about that kind of stuff, but it is really, really nice setup. But I want to talk about the features. It has a very, very good starting manual and user manual, stuff like that. It's really, really good. But let's get into the pump and the toys. Got a little pouch you can put this thing in, and it has some adapters here. Basketball, one for standard inflation, like for instance, air mattress, and then your USB-C charging cable. Then the pump itself. The pump itself is really great. Let me just get this off of here. Now it has 4 separate features, which is really, really cool. To turn it on, you hit the center button for 3 seconds. And there we go. Now if you notice, it kicks straight on to 30. It's going to maintain the last setting you had. This one is for bicycle. It has a mode button here. This is for basketball. Now this one is really cool. This is a custom setting. You can set this for where you want it, and once it's there, every time you turn it on, go to the custom setting and it'll set up what you want it to do. Let me shut this off for a second. You see how easy that was? Now to get the hose out, the hose is in here. Now there's 2 ways. there's a button down here. You can hit it and pull the hose out, or you can just pull it out. You can see how nice that thing sets up. All right, guys, and it has an LED light up here to turn it on. You take that top rocker, hold it, and there you go. The LED light is on. Shut it off, and there you go. Now, what we're going to do now real quick, guys, is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to let some air out of my bike tire. And I want you guys to hear how quiet this thing really is and how accurate it is. It's really cool. So, hey, we'll be back in a minute. You can see the pressure's down to 14 pounds. So having another tire gauge isn't really redundant. It's kind of nice to where if you just want to check it, because you'd have to pull this out, pull the hose out, and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, to turn it on, you just press the center button. Now, this has not been edited sound-wise. Look how quiet this thing is. You can see it automatically shuts off at the set pressure rating that you set up. And one good thing is when you take this thing off the valve, you don't have any air loss. Really simple to do. Now they warn this is hot. One tire didn't get hot. So to put this thing away, push it in here, click, hold this button down, it's off, done. So as you can see, the Airmoto is very compact. I like the way they were able to tuck that hose down in there, and you can button push it out here or just do a straight pull like that. Also comes with a nice carry bag or a protection bag, which I'm going to be using out there. Just put it in here like that, pull the strings, and then your Airmoto is ready to go. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up out here on the patio, and today I wanted to talk about that Airmoto Smart Pump. I'll tell you what, I shouldn't have went the inexpensive route. I should have went, now this is not really crazy expensive, but I went up to Airmoto's site and read the reviews on it and all that kind of stuff. Then I did some reviews to check out some reviews on YouTube, and this is very well highly spoken of. And I decided, I sent the red flower back. It was an off-brand. It lasted one time. I filled up both tires with the red flower pump when my XP 2.0 arrived. And when I was doing some work, I was sliming the tires. That's what I was doing. I was putting some slime in the tires and all that kind of thing. I went to use the red flower again, and it was set for 30 pounds. Everything was fine. And it started running. Okay, everything's good. And then all of a sudden, it reprogrammed itself to 15 pounds, and I couldn't change the programming no matter what I did. Turn off, turn on, all that kind of crazy stuff. So it was out of here. I had to use my car compressor to finish up the job on the two tires. And then I started shopping for another smart pump. Airmoto's the one I settled on, and I'm glad I did. This thing is quiet. I love the programmability on it. It's just really great. It has a USB-C charging port. There's really nothing I can say bad about it. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but none of them are. You're going to take about 3 minutes a tire, roughly, to fill it, if it's totally flat and on an e-bike. Now, mine are 20 by 3s, so maybe it's going to change time-wise depending on what tire you're filling. Again, the 3 necessary items you're going to need out there on any bike, I don't care what it is a programmable pump, a pressure gauge, and a tire repair kit. These are things you definitely got to have out there, guys. You got to have them. I mean, you get stuck out there and stranded, you're done. How are you going to get back? You want to be able to, with the tire repair kit that has the little plastic levers to where you can pull it out and maybe make the repair on the tube without taking the tire off. That's what you want. Adding slime or flat out to your tires is recommended. It's actually recommended by electric that you slime your tires. And I like that idea, and I went ahead and did it. It wasn't that messy of a job. And then I used the off-brand pump to bring up the tire pressure, and that did not work. So that's when I decided on the Airmoto. And again, I'm very glad I did. Okay, so anyway, guys, hey, we're gonna get out of here. Keep those constructive comments coming. I really, really appreciate it. Again, I'm learning. I am brand new to the e-bike market, and I'm learning every single day how to fit it better, all those kind of things. And one of the things that I actually changed out my helmet today. I went to a different style. So anyway, thanks for coming by. We'll see you on the next one.